But he is going to be recovering for probably the next week, and we always just wish the best for him. That's all. So,
Right on.
with that being said, welcome to another glorious Tuesday evening. I am joined by two very beautiful gentlemen. One is more striking than lovely. Wheezy, what's up?
What's going on, brother? How you doing?
Not much, dude. And Psycho, how are you?
Things are good. How are you?
Good. And I am not hardlined in tonight. I do have
this crazy.
Can you actually tell?
I mean, I could just because I'm used to seeing it when it's not. So I mean, it is what it is.
Psycho, you said I look fine.
On mine, there's literally no difference. On mine, you look like you do every week.
So I have this booster installed right now that's supposed to be picking up external, like a heavier, connection. So let me know if I start to look like crap. I'll hardline in, but right now I should be good.
Yeah, no, like I said,
when I first came on, you were pixelated and everything. Right now, you look decent.
Okay, just pay attention. Let me know if you guys see something wonky. So we don't really have a topic tonight, which is fine. We don't always have to be prepared.
Do we ever?
Well, we never stay on target, so it doesn't matter anyway. But I do have a couple of very small things I want to bring up, just stuff I've come across, giggity, as I've been following.
So we're talking about boobies?
Pardon, two sleepers? What'd you say?
So we're talking about boobies?
Sure, yeah. No, actually, a couple small things. So I don't know if it's true, but I heard the Ninjambi franchise is done.
Well, you heard that from the Reluctant Adults the first time they were on with us, but
that's true too.
I don't know. All I know is that the Target near me and the Walmart both got re-ups on the figures.
I saw that too.
They're in the main aisle now. They're not like on a floating end cap or anything. And they're across, at least in my stores, in my Walmart, they're right across the aisle from WWE figures. Like, it's not like it's with the bullshit. Like, it's right across from WWE.
So I often wonder with Walmart, is that good or bad? Because I've seen plenty of items go into the Walmart main aisle that only last about 2 months. They get yanked out and you never see them again.
It's possible, but you got to remember, they've been out for like 4 months. And now they're in the main aisle. You know what I mean? Like, it might be a good sign for them. They got an official space,
hopefully, or they paid for the those little end, whatever you want to call it, man, the aisle end cap kind of things.
Right.
If they paid for that dominant spacing, because let's be real, if you walk up to a toy aisle, my eyes first gravitate towards what's in the center. Like what do they have out in the middle caps, right? Because that's supposed to be that's why they do TVs like that at Walmart. They expect you to go there and it's going to be a grab and go item. I didn't need a TV, but the price was too good. It's on a pallet. It must be a deal. I'm going to grab it. So it should be the same for toys, where it's like, oh, these toys must be a deal. They're on that aisle. They're in your way, basically. You call it what it is.
It's in the center aisle, right? It's just like in the main racetrack. Let's talk retail terms here, baby. It'd be the racetrack is where it would be, but yeah. I don't know if your stores, but the 3 Walmarts that I go to normally, they had like the past like 4 or 5 months, they had like that big collector fucking display built in the middle of the aisle in the racetrack.
But mine's not like that.
Oh, you didn't have that? Because they had like, it wasn't like just like a shipper box. It was like an actual metal aisle, part of an aisle they built. Like 2 4-foot sections on each side. It had one side was like all WWE, one's all G.I. Joe, another one's Masters, and then some other randomness. I think Marvel, whatever. Those are gone. They completely removed all that shit. All those are now, all the figures that were on there are in our clearance section. Fucking clearanced out like crazy. G.I. Joe clearance like nuts. Not many Marvel Legends because there just wasn't many remaining, but anything that was remaining on that center thing is all clearanced out now. Like that, this was it. Sergeant Slaughter came with like a vehicle or some shit.
Well, you're talking about not Sergeant Slaughter, but you mean the Bumblebee Transformer?
Yeah, but he came with somebody, didn't he?
Yeah, it's Sergeant Slaughter's in there, but it's his Triple T tank and it transforms into a Bumblebee.
Okay, well that thing, I don't know what its normal price is, but that thing was on clearance at my local store for like $25.
That's a good buy, actually. That's worth snatching up.
Meh.
Okay.
But
While we're talking about what's at local stores, I was able to get the robot Toka and Razar, and I was able to get the footbots, but I have not been able to get the Tiger Claw. So if one of you finds Tiger Claw, I would like you to snatch it for me, because apparently at my Target they're not going to have any Holothon stuff, is what they said.
but they already had some, so
No, they didn't know. I ordered it online.
gotcha.
I was able to order those sets online because, like I was telling you guys last week, I went into my Target the previous 2 weeks and they had nothing. And I talked to them and they're like, "Yeah, we're not going to have anything like that." Whether or not the manager knew what he was talking about, I don't know, but that's what he said.
Most don't.
So that's what I'm missing from my set. Also, is I don't have the Tiger Paw, I don't have the Foot 2-pack, and I don't have the robotic Toka Razar. Actually, I don't have the Usagi either. What I did end up getting, which
Did
is
you
what I
buy
said I wouldn't-
anything? Like Jesus.
What I did end up getting, which I said would not fucking buy, are the Four Brothers.
I want those.
As I ran my mouth up and down that I'm not going to buy them, I'll grab one. I'll tell you right now, I'm not impressed at all. I had no business buying them, knowing that I wasn't very impressed to begin with, but I did it because I'm stupid, financially and collectively. I guess if that makes sense.
Proven time and time again.
So
I mean, I don't know what the hate is. I like him. I think
he looks like he's wearing a fucking vest, like he's a sailor. It looks so thick. His shell.
Yeah, the front, I can't think of the right name, but the front part of the shell does look
Right.
odd on him.
Yeah, I mean, it's
look how
longer than-
chunky
longer
he
than
looks.
normal.
It looks like the pizza caught up with him.
Yeah, but that's the design. Like that's how the
Okay,
that's
doesn't
how
mean
I drew it.
great. Doesn't mean he has to
I
like how
understand.
it looks.
I understand what you're saying. I mean, I understand it's his design. It's the way it's supposed to be in the comic or what have you. I just don't. I don't get it. It's very. At first I was like, oh, it's like the Lawson Turtles. In the head sculpt, maybe only, not the body. The more I looked at it, I'm like, that's a terrible comparison.
And I think it's one of those things that people like were clamoring for that set. And I think it's just because they want to seem cool because it's the Sakai Turtles. They want to just say, oh yeah, these are just great because it's a unique design. But it's like they're like you said, Tony. I think that they're actually pretty unappealing. I don't like how they look.
Feet. What is the size of his damn feet?
Yeah, like whether or not that's how they were originally designed, great. That was his vision. Doesn't mean I have to like how it looks. It still looks pretty fucking weird. Like
I don't have anything here. I was going to grab something from the side here to compare it to with all the bullshit on my shelf.
But going back to what you originally mentioned, though, with the whole Njambis, like, I'm hoping they're not gone because you had the 5 figures in stores and you had 2 other figures on Amazon, right? So,
which I would have never known of until you brought it up about the other figures. I had no idea there were more figures.
yeah, neither did I. I got it from the Reluctant Adults when they did it. But it's like, yeah, I mean, I don't see. They sold out fast as hell around me. After the initial launch of them, when the shippers first appeared,
Same.
they were gone. So I can't say that they weren't selling, but I can't speak for every store in America. You know what I mean? Like, I just know in my local areas, they sold really well, and now they've been replenished. The only thing that wasn't replenished was the vehicle. Like, I was going to buy the vehicle if it went on clearance. I wasn't going to spend $40 on it. But if it got clearance that I could find it for like 20, I was going to buy it. But besides that, I think they've been doing fine here, like I said, but that's my general area. So,
well, I looked it up, and I looked up whether or not the toy line was being ended, and it doesn't say that at all. There's no evidence anywhere online that I can find that suggests that they're ending the toy line.
So I wonder if
but that was also one of those toy lines that randomly came out of nowhere that you might not find much information about it. Because I tried to look up the second release, the ones that were on Amazon, and like Google brought up nothing. Like I couldn't find any information about those figures at all, except that I can find the link from the Reluctant Adult guys to where they were and order them, you know? So it's like one of those obscure things that there's not a lot of information out there. So it might be canceled. It's not a highly collected line that people are talking about to really have that information. But it's the same company that does those fucking robot dinosaurs that Tony's buying these days.
I happen to enjoy those shit boxes, even though they're just in a box and I'm not doing anything with them.
No, it's fine, but it's the same. It's the same toy company, though.
No, I gotcha. Here's what I think. I think I bought those for two reasons. One, I saw one review that people were raving about them, and I think number two, it reminds me of Dino Riders, which I never. If there was a show, I never watched it. I just remember owning one as a kid, and it was the Ankylosaur. That's it. That's all I remember owning. I think my brother owned a pterodactyl.
I remember watching a show for it.
Yeah, so I think I bought those a little prematurely, whatever. But at the same time, in my head, I'm like, you paid a lot of fucking money for the damn, dinosaurs themselves. They're kind of overpriced in my opinion. But I'm probably, let's see, 150. I'm probably at least $250 into the line right now.
What the hell? How much were those fucking dinosaurs?
They're $44 a piece, except for the Raptor, which I think I was telling Psycho about. It showed on Target's app for 44, but I got it for like 27 at Walmart.
Okay.
Which was really weird. I'm like, why would it be 44 on Target's app, but 27 in the store at Walmart?
Well, that's one of those things that fucking on when I was looking for the Godzilla turtles.
Yeah.
On the fucking Target app, they said they're like $28 a piece. And it was through Target. It wasn't like a third-party vendor or nothing, right? It was just through Target. They're like $29 a piece. In store, they were $16.99 on sale for $12.99.
That's what's crazy. So, I don't know. But in any case, yeah, so the Ninjago thing, I'd heard they were going away, which looks like we debunked that one, so that was easy enough.
I mean, I hope they very well could be. Like Psycho said, there's no confirmation on either way.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of speculation because if I remember correctly, the Paul was saying like, that they weren't selling well in his area. They just, I guess they weren't moving. That's why he was really looking at that and across the board. But like I said, in my area, your area, they've been selling like crazy.
Yeah. So, I mean, you can't buy a full set on the shelf. Whenever you go, there's ones and twosies.
Right.
There's usually the car, which I was going to make a point to that when you said you're like, if I get the car for $20, I get it. I agree with that. But I do think it's cool that it's one of the few toys that's getting put out nowadays that they invested any money in, where the tires are rubber.
Right.
And it sounds stupid, but for me, that's a selling point to a lot of toys, because if they won't invest enough to even make the toys rubber and they make them plastic, that just tells me, what other corner can we cut to get this stupid thing produced, put it on a shelf, and just hope that it sells? But they didn't do that. They spent the time to put rubber on it. They spent the time to make the item be playable like the characters, like the characters are, where parts will come off, slime will come out. So I don't know. I just think they put a lot of thought and love into that toy line. I'd hate to see it die so quickly. I'd love to see it keep progressing into other craziness. I'd like to see a fucking playset. I think that'd be cool.
Another part that is interesting for my store, because they did clearance them out at one point, that you were able to pick them up, each figure up for $7 a piece, right? But that same store where they were clearanced out like that, they were on clearance for maybe a month. There was like a couple of the orange ones were there. That was it. And nobody else was there. But now they're all normal priced and in the main aisle. So it's like they clearanced them out temporarily, and now they're back in the main aisle full price, which makes me think that there must be something else coming. Because why would you clearance it, then unclearance it and put the normal price back and give it shelf space?
So you think it's to the point where they're like, look, there's another wave coming. This is a reprint of Wave 1, like kind of like Turtles, right? When they first came out.
Possible.
And here's a reprint of Wave 1, so we can capture the audience, continue to keep the audience engaged, and we're coming out with another wave of figures, so we don't have to have them on the clearance aisle anymore because we're not stopping the line.
Yeah, maybe they were on the verge of being canceled, and Walmart's all right. We're done. Oh shit, you guys aren't canceling now. All right, we'll bring you back in. Like I don't know, but I know they were clearance in my store, and then they went back to the main aisle.
That's a good point.
But the big one, the bigger set with the black costume one, he's still clearanced, but in the main aisle, clearance for $10. But all the other ones are normal price, and the vehicle's normal price.
What is the criteria for Target to clearance something? Does anybody know?
Well, I'm talking Walmart. So
I'm sorry. I apologize.
No, that's fine. I'm just like, I don't know what they do.
Okay, so screw it. What about Target? What's the criteria for Target to say, you know what, this should be clearance? Or Psycho, you in this or what?
I'm listening to you. I don't know what the criteria is.
Well, so I can only speak on Toys R Us when we would clearance stuff out. It was different than, say, Walmart. Toys R Us, you'd have stuff sitting on the shelf for months where nothing moved before they eventually clearanced it out. But when they clearanced it out, it dropped fast. Like it would be, if it was a $20 item, for like 1 week, it would be $10. Then after that, it'd be 2 cents just to get rid of it. When Toys R Us would start clearancing shit out that's not moving, they'd practically give it away. And if it went below 2 cents, they threw it away in the compactor. Walmart, from what I've been told from friends who work there, is that when they have an item, so just as a rough example for ease, if you have a Ninja Turtles line on the shelf and they don't have any sales in that line for 2 weeks, they start looking at clearancing it out. Because why isn't it moving? If it hasn't moved in 2 weeks, we gotta reprice it, get it out of here, figure out what the problem is, and keep it moving. So if something sits at Walmart for whatever they deem for different departments amount of time, they'll clearance it out right away. That's why NECA has some stuff that would pop up in store on clearance already, because like maybe they lost a box in the back and never got put out, and now it's been there for 3 months, never been purchased, and then they finally appear on the shelf and they're already clearanced because they've just never moved.
Yeah, and I mean, I can say from Costco, when I worked at Costco, things were clearance based on location, not necessarily like you would get things from the corporate office. Hey, this stuff's got to be clearanced out, but then ultimately what's not selling here, let's drop the price and get it out of there. And then like Chris said, there were certain items that we would get from corporate. They would just say, okay, take all this shit and throw it away. Like you wouldn't even clearance it. They would just be like, yeah, take all this, take it out to the dumpster and break it. We're getting a write-off for it. And so it would never get a chance to be clearanced.
Yeah.
And when I worked at Circuit City, it was a similar thing, right? Like they would clearance things. They would clearance things based on corporate suggestions, but then also, hey, nothing has happened here for a month, right? 2 months. So it depended on the department, right? So with movies, they would throw them in a sale bin after a couple of months if nobody bought anything, or if a new movie was coming out and they needed space. Video games almost never went in the clearance bin. But like TVs and stereos and stuff, hey, as soon as a new model comes out, that's it. This one's going on clearance. And that's what it was. It wasn't it's not selling. It's like, here's a new model, get rid of the old one.
Yeah, and then you've got places like Target, from what I can tell, and it could be a regional thing, but every Target that I'll go to that has a clearance item, any other Target has the same clearance. Target seems to do across the board clearance on items, unless they tag them as like repackage, where it's like a return, it's an online item that they don't sell in the store. They'll tag it as repackage and sell it for a clearance price. But across the board, usually Target's clearance is the same. Walmart, you could be at a Walmart, see clearance, and go 10 minutes down the street to another Walmart, and it's not clearance there. Walmart is completely within its own building what they clearance out.
Yeah, so to give you an idea, the Ninja Turtle arcade, the arcade 1-Up arcade,
Yeah.
was $250 at Walmart when it was out. And that's what my wife and my father paid to buy it for me for Christmas. But then, like, I had it a week, and then I saw something in a group that I was in that they had a clearance price at a Walmart close to me. And I called all the Walmarts that I could find, and nobody had that price. And so I went to that Walmart, and they were like, well, hey, you got to bring it in. But I brought in the box, right? I had kept the box in my garage. I ended up getting that Turtles arcade for $50.
Oh crap, dude.
This store, it was in a bad neighborhood. Apparently things weren't selling. They put it for $50, $49.99. That's what we ended up paying for that arcade.
Hey, sorry, not to cut you off, man. Kiko's, welcome, man. Good to see you.
Yeah, I wanted the Simpsons arcade to go down to $50 somewhere. That never happened for me.
Yeah, I got the Simpsons arcade. Well, the Turtles one's behind me, but the Simpsons are over there in the back.
My wife consistently says no to a Simpsons arcade, and my argument would have been, if I could get it for $50, that's something different.
I mean, yeah, like I don't want an arcade system. They're cool, but like I don't have the space for it. But if I could get it for $50, I would have an arcade system. You know what I mean? Like,
so what I'm hearing is you're like, I don't have the space for it, but for $50, I would make the space.
I'd find space. Like if it had to go like in the dog's room, right? Like next to the dogs, like on the couch. Like, okay, here's where I play games now.
I just want to remind you, I have Marvel vs. Capcom in my kitchen.
That's true, you do. But I also have a wife, so Turtles in the kitchen doesn't work as well.
No, and that's my wife's argument. It has nothing to do with the cost and everything to do with she doesn't want another arcade in the house. But like for $50, I can make something happen.
Well, see, Psycho, the way you do that, right? And follow me on this. $50, she doesn't want another arcade in the house. You then spend a couple hundred, build a shed in the backyard for all your arcades, and then you're good. They're not in the house.
Well, yeah, I don't think that would work.
So
Tori's like, I'm building a shed.
Guilty. Recently, so Rebel Girl and I have been looking at what to do with the house, right, with the kids. So
it's like, you know how you say I'm rich?
Because you are.
I'm rich, right? You say I'm rich. The other day, I was talking to Rebel Girl, and she's like, oh, you know what? We're thinking about putting a second level on our house. They're not going to buy a new house. Just be like, hey, let's just add. Let's just go up.
But okay, so I see that. That's actually pretty bougie, right? But did she say that while construction was happening, they were going to take an extended European vacation?
He went to Mexico twice in 1 year, so yes.
No, but like anybody can go to Mexico. I'm asking you, is he taking an extended European vacation?
When was the last time you were in Mexico?
I don't want to go. I enjoy my digestive system. I don't need Montezuma's revenge, actually. Yeah.
Just don't drink their fountain water. What the hell?
But again, like, I don't have to worry about any of that shit. I'm not eating the food. I'm not drinking the water because I'm not going there. Right?
Hey, well, first of all, I've seen how you get after a hard night at Taco Bell. It's the same shit, okay?
Hard night of Taco Bell.
It's the same shit.
Because Taco Bell is one night. Montezuma's revenge lasts for several. That's something else what you're saying.
I've been to Mexico twice. Never gotten Montezuma's revenge. I can say that proudly.
Like a shitty Nintendo.
I'll tell you this though, in Mexico, because you hear the stories about it, and then we were on a beach, and they were bringing us drinks. I was drinking like crazy, and I started thinking, like, hold on, the ice. Where'd the ice come from? Oh shit! But I was fine. So
no, that's actually what I've read is that most people that succumb to it, it's because they're not drinking the water, but they don't think about having the ice in their drink.
But most of those places, they use filtrated systems to make the ice. But yeah. When you go on in the outskirts, it could definitely probably be an issue.
So, as I was saying, what the
This isn't shit talk?
What are you talking about? Oh shit!
You were
First he was
talking
in zombies.
what to do with your space, and then Chris.
Oh
broke
yeah.
and
So
we're gonna put a second level.
what
on
I
the
was saying was, Rebel Girl and I have been going back and forth for a while now about what we're gonna do with the house, and Chris was talking about 2 stories, and I finally said, I don't want to do anything. So when you build upon the house, you have to be out of the house for a certain amount of months,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
it's like, okay, well, where would I go? What would I
Well,
do?
if you're Chris, you go to Europe.
Evidently, so. But I was talking to her more and more, and I'm
I've
like,
only been there twice. God damn.
have you guys seen on Amazon? I thought I already talked about this. Have you seen on Amazon you can buy the houses that you can build
Yes.
in the play? I talked about this already, didn't I?
I don't know
No.
if you talked about it here, but I've seen them on Amazon because
You can just buy a shed from Home Depot for like $4,500, and it's got like
Yeah,
2 levels.
but these are way better. So Amazon has these honest to
That'd be
God,
cheaper.
no, they're honest to God full on houses. They're anywhere from 8 to 20 grand, right? So I'm just going to tell you what you get for 20 grand. Let's put that out there. You can Amazon it all you want. Everybody on this call, $20,000. You can get a 1,600 square foot house. They bring it to you on a pallet. It's pre-wired, whatever, wherever you live, right? If you want, 110 or whatever it is, regular 12-volt outlets like we have now, whatever it is, they pre-wire it. And then on the outside, there's a junction box that you have an electrician wire obviously into your regular wiring, so you have full power. Once you set it up, you pay ahead of time. You can have something set up for plumbing. You can have something set up for like your kitchen area or whatever. If you don't want any of that, the price gets cheaper, and it's like, oh, I just want power because that's all I would want, right? They bring it to you, they drop it. You literally pick up a wall, it clicks into place, and you keep going. And you click all the walls into place, you click the ceiling into place. Everything just clicks into place. It watertight seals, and it's all like, they say it's glass. I don't know what it's made out of truly. It's probably not all glass.
One fucking summer goes through, and fucking Tony turns into the Wizard of Oz, fucking going over the goddamn rainbow. Fucking hurricane takes his whole house in one fell swoop.
Things that Tony is discussing are not approved for Florida. So none of the cities or counties in Florida will stamp off on them. They will not allow you to have them in your yard. But yes, Tony, you do you.
It's probably fine. So the only thing I figured I would have to do is have all the windows tinted out on the inside, so we don't get that sun bleaching to everything you own. So I'd have it blacked out and put my whole collection in there.
Yeah, and the first time it rains, goodbye to your collection.
Whatever, man.
It's okay. All the stuff's in boxes anyways. They'll be all right.
What you have to understand is that like weather stripping and weather sealing for Florida is completely different from other places in the country. When it rains here, it fucking rains. When it rains in other places, it rains. Right? Like Florida, the rain's coming from the sides. It's coming from up underneath you. Like it's coming from everywhere.
So it's like stinging rain.
It's like, I'm going to say this, and this isn't a weather podcast, but we're going to talk about weather for a moment because you're mentioning it. You and I, being from South Florida, that's a different type of rain.
That's
right.
True.
I've gone through rain up here now, but almost 3 years. Like, there's some crazy rain in Central Florida, but nothing compared to South Florida.
Yeah,
South Florida is daily monsoons. Like it builds up over the Everglades. It comes across like on a fucking timer. Like every day at 12 o'clock, you're gonna get fucking Hurricane Jackass coming through, and that's what it is. At least here, it's not that bad. Like you get rain, it goes sideways sometimes, but
yeah, I mean
South Florida is different.
The most accurate description of South Florida rain, I saw it in a movie when they were describing the rain in Vietnam. Right, in Forrest Gump, when he's describing how the rain comes in Vietnam, that's how the person who wrote that lived in South Florida. That's how that went.
It even came up from underneath.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Big old fat rain, itty bitty stinging rain, rain that came sideways.
Yeah, see, we had some gusts today, but like they're at 45 plus gusts today and hail. Nah.
Tony's collectibles will be gone, fucking bombarded by hail.
Like you're sitting there, it starts raining, it starts flooding. Next thing you know, you see a gator. Then you see a shark go by. Like South Florida is different.
See a shark dressed as a gator? It's weird. So we talked about a couple things, and that was one of the things I brought up as a possibility. Regardless, shipping containers, that kind of stuff. That's all come up in my brain as a possibility. I've seen people do a lot with shipping containers. They're inexpensive. They're easy to manipulate.
Well, I guess the question would be,
what?
How long would it take to actually do the second level, right? Because you're thinking if it's going to take if they can tell you, it's going to take 3 months. At that point, just get like an Airbnb for 3 months and just be done.
It's at least 6 months to do a second level.
The other thing that you have to figure out is, excuse me, will his house support a second level? Because when they get in there and look at the studs, depending on the construction, the house might not be able to support.
Not even that. The fucking foundation. If the foundation isn't the right kind of foundation to push out the mass,
that's true too.
So
you're gonna sit there.
Ultimately, by all standards, financially, what makes
Tony's gonna get a fucking house up top is gonna fucking fold in like a taco.
I'm gonna go up to my second floor and
It'd be like what, Cleveland Brown when his fucking wall gets broken open, he falls out in the tub all the time.
Does nobody remember the Simpsons episode with the sinkhole?
Yes.
The best part of that episode by far is where they're looking at the front of the house. It's Marge and Homer, and he goes, "We don't need the money that much." The house goes, and you hear Bart go, "Ah!" And he falls out the top window.
We'd be sitting on the podcast. You just see like a little bit of rumbling behind Tony. Everything just falls.
You just see the Slimer hanging behind him, just like leveling out. Why is this Slimer not moving, but Tony's moving? That's weird. Dribbling falls over.
It's on the second floor with my rolling chair, and all of a sudden you see me go, oh shit. So ultimately, what'll end up probably happening, it makes the most sense financially, is for me to just throw down the cash and have some form of outdoor structure built out back.
So how much land does your house sit on right now? Are you in a neighborhood? Are you on a piece of property?
I'm in a neighborhood, but I have a corner house. Chris has been there. So it's I have a pretty significant front yard area. And then my backyard, you guys can't see it, but no, it's closed in. But I have an area already that I've White River Rock, whatever you want to call it, for my car trailer. And then if you walk out my back door, I have a very, very small patio of sorts, whatever it's supposed to be, which has my grill on it, and that's it. And then there's somebody put pavers down for, I don't know, some kind of sitting area. But ultimately, I would have all that torn up, the patio area. So I guess to answer your question, I have a big enough area where I could put 2 shipping containers out back if I wanted to. And then I would probably take the remaining backyard because there wouldn't be any grass left to speak of.
Okay.
And I would have that. It's not AstroTurf, but I know you guys have seen it. Like if you go to a theme park, even like the Zoo Tampa, they have like this fake grass shit down that you can walk on.
Yeah.
I would have that put down, truthfully. It requires nothing but a blower to throw the leaves off of it. Yep. It doesn't retain moisture the way you would think it would. It's meant to be outdoors in the elements.
But so then the only other question would be: would your city allow this? 2 shipping containers in the yard?
Yeah, I was going to say, it sounds like you have the space on the side and a little bit in the back. I mean, to me, it sounds like the best thing for you to do would be to build out the house pushed out. You don't even have to go up; push it out.
Right. So that's a possibility also. I just don't know if it would aesthetically make sense looking at the house.
I mean, who gives a shit? I mean, not who gives a shit about aesthetics, right? Like obviously people do, but if you're talking about putting shipping containers out there, pushing your house out is definitely more aesthetically appealing. And then it also increases the value of your home.
Or I will play devil's advocate because I've heard Rebel Girl mention before. Just buy a new fucking house that's big enough for what you guys need.
So actually, I can share a picture. So this picture is.
Thanks for ignoring that question.
It might be about 2 years old because my Volkswagen bus is still in the driveway and my mother's car. She was at the house for whatever reason. So hang on 1 second here.
Oh, shit's funny. Chris is like, I'm going to make a good point here. And Tony's like, I'm going to fucking ignore that shit.
So you can see like right here's the tree, right? That's my yard line. So I have a pretty significant front yard area.
Yes.
I mean, I have this whole area, even up to the easement, is a very large area where I could do a double driveway. I've thought about doing that. I don't want to leave this house because I feel like it's a very good house to build upon if you're gonna do something. It's just.
So, what would you say the distance is between that left-hand side of your house and the 15-foot easement into your property?
No, it's a decent. So,
Because you back 40 feet.
You see that fence in the back, Psycho?
Yeah.
So right over there, I parked my car, and there was probably still, I was probably about 5 feet away from the front, and a good 10 to 15 behind me still. Like it's a big area.
Yeah, I mean, so Tony, again, like my thing would be, you could, if you didn't want to push out the front of your house because you don't have much backyard, but you do have a ton of front yard, you could have the front of it pushed out, right? But even if you didn't want to do that, you could absolutely have the side of it pushed out. So and again, I don't know what the regulations are where you live, but I know it's supposed to be 15 foot or 20 foot from the center of the road into your property is owned by the city, like it's their easement. And then in most places in Florida, you're not allowed to build within 6 feet of that easement. Right. So long as
where the easement stops. So this is where the easement stops. You see these boxes here?
Yeah.
That's the end of it. So like where this white space is on the ground?
Yeah.
That's the end of it. Straight up to the road.
So yeah, I mean
everybody's enjoying city planning 101.
That's a hell of a lot of space you could push out on that side of your house. Like it would be a little oblong at that point. Like the shape wouldn't be.
Yeah, you could go wide. You could go a solid like 15, 20 feet.
I wouldn't go up. I would go out. But that's me.
And we only need to add. We only need to add one room, truthfully.
Go around to the other side of the house.
Which side? To the right?
The right-hand side.
Where the tree is.
So the only reason I can't go out over here,
because there's not a street. I get it. Yeah.
Well, no, because right here on the other end of the fence that you're looking. Oh, shit! I thought I closed you out. On the other side of the fence there. So if you're looking at the house towards the right?
Yeah.
You see the white fence. You see like the you can see the two posts where the fence are.
You guys share it.
So you don't see it, Chris?
No, I say, do you share the fence with your neighbor?
No. That's my fence. But what I'm going to say is on the other side of that is my septic. So I can't build out over that.
I mean, but you could have that moved.
I could have it redone. Yes.
Like I'm surprised. I thought that was weird because somebody mentioned septic where I'm like, man, I'm surprised Tony's house is on septic. You figured with you'd be on city, that type of area.
I'm on city water, but you still have a septic system.
Oh, yeah. See, no, we don't. It's everything we got city. Same thing in South Florida. My house was all city, no septic.
When was your house built, Tony?
2007.
Okay.
But his house was built in 2007, but the neighborhood was there a lot before that. Like Tony's house, when you compare it to the other houses, is much newer. So his house was
the larger house. I mean, you can already see. I have the largest house.
Yeah. So either the house that was originally there was destroyed and somebody built on top of it, or it was just an empty lot that they eventually built that on. Because when you go around, it's like my old neighborhood and even your old neighborhood down in South Florida. It's like those types of houses all around. But then Tony stands out as like a more modern construction.
Yeah, I'm literally one block outside of an HOA. I purposely did that because I wanted the nicer neighborhood. Like, people weren't hood.
Yeah.
But literally a block outside of me, like, or a block outside of like the HOA neighborhood, which I originally I looked at. I went to go buy in, but I'm like, I'm not paying you guys. First, I'm going to pay you an HOA. You're going to hate me with the Volkswagens. It's like I'm not going to deal with that. So I bought here because nobody cares, nobody bothers me. And not that I keep my yard mowed. I mean, I pay somebody. I keep my yard mowed. I'm not loud, but I like to work on my cars. I'm not a problem. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yes,
you're a problem.
Tony's house is very much like, it looks like his neighborhood looks like most of those houses were probably built in like the 80s. And then Tony's house is just a much newer construction look to it.
Yeah. I mean, again, Tony, just my 2 cents would be I don't know that I would go up. I don't know that I would add shipping containers. I would be more interested in preserving the value of the home and increasing it. I'd push it out on the side. And if you're really worried about the asymmetry there, then I would have the septic field moved and push it out on the other side too, right? Like you already have the space built into your property. It's nothing to have somebody come in, pour out more foundation, build things to what you already have, and be good with it.
Yeah.
Plus, going up sucks when you get older. You don't want to go upstairs all the time.
Yeah.
Just want to keep going down.
You're just getting up there in age. That's all.
Yeah, I'm already there. All right, cool. So
yeah, City Planning 101. Thanks for that segment, guys. Let's continue on with drinks and toys.
Watch that be the most views we ever fucking get because we talked about building a house.
No, the most views we're ever going to get is when Chris puts up the clip of us talking about the rain. Then people are going to be like, oh shit, these guys know what they're talking about.
So I've got something I was thinking about, and it's probably not a big deal. And you guys tell me we don't have to talk about it if it's stupid, but
most of the shit we talk about is.
I was going to talk about the Simpsons line. You know, I feel like that's a line that didn't survive the comeback, and I don't know if it's in light of the figure quality, which seems to be the same for a lot of toys, right? If that's the case that we've talked about before, the reproduction quality, or is it just that the generation that they're trying to get a hold of is they're not going to purchase it? Like, I think it's cool. I've thought about purchasing. I've had it in my hand 1,000 times, right? Even on clearance. And I'm like, man, I should buy this. And then I'm like, because I can go on eBay, as bad as it sounds, and I can buy that true, remember the yellow cards? I can buy that true vintage.
The World of Springfield or whatever.
Yeah, I can buy that true Simpsons line. I mean, the white card was the first one, but the yellow cards are the one everybody remembers. And that's the line that if you're going to do it, that's probably the one you want to go after if you want to collect them. I just don't feel like the new line does them any justice. Anybody?
So, I've stopped myself. I've stopped myself because I've been seeing the I think they're from Jack's Pacific is who's doing it right now.
Yeah.
And I've seen them at Walmart for the 5-inch figures, so the bigger versions. They've been in clearance for $5. And I'm like, ooh, that's tempting. $5.
Bartman. I almost bought Bart for $3.
But I'm like, man, I know if I start, then I'm gonna have to try and backtrack the stuff I've missed. And now it's gonna sound like it's gonna go up there because the shelf warming ones are where on clearance, right? So it's basically gonna be the family, the more common ones. But a lot of the more obscure characters they've done, those shits disappear almost instantly off the shelf, and they don't seem to get replenished very often. Like it's like they do huge waves where it's just like, replenishment after replenishment after replenishment of figures. So like, the family members you can find, but I've never seen any of the other characters clearanced out. So not even like Barney and fucking Duffman, like all that type of shit seems to go, and when it's gone, it's gone.
So the only one I ever saw on shelf was Duffman, other than the main characters. I never saw Krusty. I never saw Otto. I saw baseball bat dancing home or whatever.
Okay, yeah.
But
and I think the only one that I saw announced, I was like, yo, that would be an awesome one to have. But I don't know where they released it. It wasn't in store. Was the Treehouse of Horrors, Mr. Burns is a vampire, and he came in a coffin?
I saw that.
Oh, I never saw that in a while. That I probably would have picked up because that just
we had that. But Psycho, you're saying?
No, I mean, I have one original Simpsons figure from the very first line that came out. It's Bartman with the skateboard. And then I have the talking Krusty doll, which I got from my daughter because we had been watching the Treehouse of Horror episodes.
Yeah.
And she saw it in the store, and I was like, okay, cool. And I got it for her. She loves that thing. But other than that, the only thing I thought about getting was the phone, just because I thought it would be funny.
The phone.
So I bought the phone.
I have the doll. Most power phone, yeah.
Yeah.
The Homer as King Kong was pretty cool.
I have that too. Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool, but like I said, it's just I don't know like why like you're saying, like it's not selling great, or you think that like they kind of missed the mark?
I don't know. That's what I don't understand. Like when you go to the store,
I don't know what wave it's on. Psycho, can you look that up? What wave it's
I
currently
feel
on?
like they've stopped. Like I feel like they stopped. Yeah, you look it up.
Jack
I just don't see them
Pacific,
getting restocked.
Simpsons waves or some shit.
I'm not seeing them like hit the shelves.
So I used to look for them. I used to look for them a lot when I went in the store for my buddy Matt from Canada. You know, sadly he's no longer with us. So I would find stuff for him and send them up to him. But after he passed away, I haven't looked for it because I just haven't. I don't collect it myself, so I haven't been paying attention to what's out or what's new. Psychos looks like he's reading.
Yeah, the only thing I've found is Wave 6 is what I see is what it currently is.
Who's in the
I
wave?
feel like it started only last year.
Jack Pacific Wave 6, the Simpsons figure review. It's Mr. Burns, Ralph, Homer, and Sexy Flanders.
I've never seen Ralph or Flanders on shelf.
It's
Ralph.
sick.
If I saw a Ralph, I would probably have to buy that because Ralph is hilarious. He's easily my favorite character from the show outside of the two aliens.
Homer's been on shelf 1,000 times. Bartman has been on shelf 1,000 times. I have not seen anybody else in any kind of like abundance.
So it's one of those weird things that people criticize Super 7 for doing, where Super 7 didn't do like the main family. They started doing like weird side characters. So Itchy Scratchy's robots, the aliens, then like weird variants of the family, like Fat Homer, shit like that. But with Jax, it seems like it's almost like they're doing too much of the main characters that people are like, oh, they want the out there characters because they're about the same scale as the World of Springfield, the original line,
right,
from Playmates. And a lot of people, I think, are also looking to get the characters that they never made. What happened?
Sorry, I was doing the From Playmates thing when they did Turtles.
Oh. But yeah, so I wonder if a lot of people were just like looking for Jax to make the characters that Playmates never did and have them all kind of intertwine and finish collections that never got finished.
So are you talking about white card Simpsons or the yellow card?
I believe yellow card, the ones that also had like the talking feature with some of the play sets and shit.
So the talking ones, so it's two different ways. So I didn't know Playmates made the line at all. So I'm not familiar with that to begin with. But the yellow card,
it might not have been Playmates. I thought it was.
The yellow card Simpsons, you're right. They had like you could buy the house play set and all the characters would poke into it and they said different things based on whatever.
Right.
But there was a line prior to the yellow card series that they were on a white card and they came with a plastic voice bubble with whatever their saying was. I don't know who made those.
Playmates Toys produced the highly popular World of Springfield action figure line from January 2000 to September 2004. It featured over 200 different 5-inch figures and over 40 interactive voice-compatible play sets.
That's wild. That's an insane amount of figures and play sets for 4 years. So
Mattel made the very first line.
Okay.
I'm looking at it now. So the white card I was talking about, those are made by Mattel.
You would,
but the one everybody knows, like you guys are talking about, World of Springfield, that's the yellow card.
That's the Playmates, yeah.
That was the huge line that went insane. That went massive.
Every time I saw those Simpsons figures in that time period, I always wanted them. I love the play sets. And then especially because you could put different figures in the same space and they would say different things.
Yeah.
But again, I was in high school at the time and I didn't have that kind of money.
But that's where I wonder if some people who are buying the Jax ones, if they fit in well enough, if they're just waiting for the figures that the newer characters that came out in the seasons that never got, Playmates style because they weren't characters then to kind of finish building out. It's weird. But like I said, I've never seen like the second off or the side characters in stores. Rarely ever do I see those in stores.
So evidently the Mattel line, now if there's variants and shit like that, I don't know. But evidently the Mattel line is only 7 characters long, and you can get it for about $350 on eBay, which makes sense because the figures vary anywhere from $29 to $39 a piece. So, between $3 and $350, it looks like on eBay for the 7 characters from the original line. As far as the other line, the Playmates line, I guess the yellow card. I remember back in the day when I worked in the music store back in like 2002, 2003, maybe. And we used to have them on shelf. We used to sell them, right? Like right before I quit, because we started going like real mainstream. We weren't really big on records anymore. Those were gone. And we weren't as much of a music store as more of one of those like parents came in to buy CDs and buy like band merch and stuff for their kids.
Are you talking about Sam Goody?
Yeah. So we started going. We became.
It also sounds like Peaches too. So
a pop culture store. You weren't a music store anymore.
Yeah, who the fuck bought us out? It wasn't Best Buy, but it was something like that.
I know that my cousin worked for Sam Goody around that time as they tried to break into the video game business and become like GameStop.
Yep.
She worked there helping them create their video game arm, and then the company's like, yeah, we're not gonna do this anymore.
We had the same shit. So they had come in when I first started working there. We had VHS, we had some DVDs. We had more VHS and DVDs at the time.
Well, yeah, because DVDs weren't big then, Tony. They were still brand new and expensive as all hell.
Which is crazy to fucking think of back in like 2000, 2002, right?
I mean, not as crazy as you think. DVD
in my head, it's like
at that point was like 5%.
I just remember I used to buy anime at the store, and it would be $17.99 for a VHS, and I'd buy one a paycheck.
I'm sure you bought a certain kind of anime.
That's called hentai, and we didn't sell that. So
sure you didn't, because it was already in your trunk.
Right. So
you can't sell it if it's already in Tony's trunk.
But that's what we had, right? So then we had very few records. We had one section of records, and so it was cool because I was excited because I could wear whatever I wanted. I was working in a music store. We'd listen to especially on certain nights with this guy Rob. Rob was probably in his 40s at the time, and he used to let us listen to like fucking dirty thrasher punk, which was like my thing. That's what I liked back then. And so we get to listen to that until we closed in the mall.
Could you tell?
What?
I mean, were you shocked that that's what he listened to?
No, not at all.
Yeah,
not really. So
it's all.
He's 47 years old, and he was a manager at the music store. We'll throw that out.
We're talking about you, not him.
Oh no, yeah, no, I'm good.
No, I was making the joke that the type of music that you're into is literally all over your face.
Oh. I'm gonna keep comments to myself.
He's reading books by its cover.
Whatever. So yeah, so then when we got sold out, bought it, whatever you want to call it, we started carrying shit like we had Virgin mobile phones. We had to learn about that shit. I'm like, that was a fucking waste of time. We were selling prepaid cards. We were selling the game systems came in. We were selling guitar packs. We started carrying like pop culture toys. I mean, just it turned into a shit show. Like we were music store anymore. We had to play whatever they sent us for a CD. It's like, hey, you need to play this. And so whenever the bosses were gone, like if Rob was working that night or if my buddy Rick was working that night, I'd be like, Rick, can we shut this shit off? And he'd be like, yeah, totally. We'd yank out the fucking CD and throw in. He actually had a band called, it was a fucking great name, Evil, so evil. So like we put their CD in. We were before they were a band, a couple bands actually before they were bands. So Papa Roach, before they became Papa Roach, were one of the first places that had their CDs. I remember giving my friend Mike the light box. We used to have these light boxes we put in the windows. I remember giving him the insert for the light box. Rebel Girl actually has, I don't know what the fuck album it is for Aerosmith, but it's the one with the robot in a dress.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. She knows.
It was the tour in the early 2000s when they came back and started making music again. Their single off of that was Jaded.
Maybe it's like a pink background with the robot on it. And...
yes, the robot's wearing the dress.
Yes.
Yes, yeah.
She would
That's
know,
actually
but
the tour that they did supporting that CD is when I actually met Steven Tyler. So, yeah.
I either gave her the cardboard cutout or the insert for a light box, but yeah, we just started like all that kind of shit. But we OTEP when they first came out. We had OTEP. We used to have like these little in the center of the place was this random pillar, and at the top of the pillar were these like screens on each side, and we called them listening stations. And so we'd have a headphone and a couple of racks of random local bands that they would put CDs in. It was just fucking crazy to see some of the shit that was in there. And then later on,
the album was just Push Play.
Oh, there you go. But I don't know, just some cool food for thought. I'm sure there was something to that. We were talking about the Simpsons toys. That we had those on shelf. I just thought it was fucking crazy. Now, and to Chris's point, looking back, when he worked at Toys R Us, it was the same for us. Where you know how many fucking portable CD players I bought for a penny?
Oh,
because they were like, they go throw this out in the trash out back, and I'm like, what are you kidding me? This is anti-shock. I can play CDs in my car and it won't skip.
Do you know how many TVs I had to carry to the dumpster at Costco and then throw heavy things on them to smash the screens and break them?
Bro,
and they were perfectly fine. It was time to move them off the display.
Bro, I told you that with that when I was at Toys R Us, I watched that one manager fucking find that old stash of fucking shit behind a stairwell of fucking old Transformers and shit. He threw it right in the fucking dumpster, right in the compactor.
You should have said no and taken it.
You hear them shits crunch.
I got $100 that says don't throw that shit in the trash.
Oh, he would have just done it anyway. He was a dick.
Oh.
He would be like, no, I'll just watch you cry as this crushes.
Hold on.
Oh man, where's dude?
I love that the conversation tonight has had almost nothing to do with toys. We've talked weather. We've talked city planning and zoning. We've talked music and music stores.
Whatever. Fuck it, man. It's been a good
music
time.
and music stores. Did you guys ever have to go to Blockbuster Music?
I didn't know that was. I didn't know that like they had standalone places. I've never been.
Yeah, there was one in Pembroke Pines that I went to. The place was massive, but like you could walk up with any CD and they'd scan it in the computer and they'd play like an MP3, so you could like test out every song or every album before you bought it.
I went to Blockbuster Video obviously several times, and then you probably remember it, but right there on 136 near 595, they had Blockbuster Golf and Games.
Yeah,
remember that? Yeah,
it was like a theme park. Blockbuster theme park.
It was like Boomers.
Tell me, doesn't know what the fuck a Boomers is.
I thought Boomers was a national thing. You never seen Boomers?
I mean, they have Boomers around, but there's not like
I
one.
thought
on the
that was
West
slang for a generation.
No,
it is, but it's not. No, it's an arcade, but then they have like go-karts and mini golf. Like it's like an amusement park for
like a celebration station.
Sure, I don't know what that is, but exactly like that, 100%.
Dave and Buster's, but with go-karts?
Basically. And miniature golf. Don't forget the mini golf.
Sorry.
And batting cages. There's always batting cages.
Okay.
And bumper boats.
And that thing that dropped people from the sky that Chris used to do.
So, okay.
Jumping?
No. So it was this big thing. Like there was 2 towers and they take you up and they drop you'd swing back and forth. But you're like 90 feet in the air and you come flying down and you fucking swing. I was there, they were training me on how to like harness people up to do this ride. And I was sitting there watching the 2 trainers do it. They send these guys fucking flying down. Normally when you come down, they bring out this like ladder on wheels that's like 9-10 feet in the air that they put you on and they send it up. When you come down, they wheel it out. And you stand on it, they take all your gear off, and you come down. These fucking guys went up to the top, and they dropped them. When they stopped, the guys were no shitting you, like 6 inches off the floor. So, like, right when it happened, they unhooked the guys, and the guy training me, he's like, hey, He called her, hey, we're closed. They went up to the top. So the part that the wires all like stuck to, this crane, it's supposed to be like this. It was fucking like bent and twisted and like rusted from the inside out. So I almost watched people die. But then there was another ride we had there that was like this huge fucking. It would have been like done. But then there was this other ride. It was a basically it was like a Ferris wheel, but there was only 2 seats on opposite sides and only 2 arms. So it would go around like 40 miles an hour.
Seesaw.
No, it spun. Like like a Ferris wheel. It would spin like a Ferris wheel, but 40 miles an hour. So we would hook people up in those, and we knew ways to adjust the control. So like people go to the top, and the seat was like on a pivot, but then they would come down like face first towards the floor. So we'd sit there and fuck around with people. Bro, I had this one chick. We souped her up, hooked her up, sent her going, and she was a heavy woman. And I guess the gravity caused the fat to like suck in a little bit. She slipped underneath the harness.
Yeah.
So she's hanging there like this with the fucking straps caught under her tits, holding her, and she's screaming for dear life.
Oh shit.
I never ran that ride again after. I'm like, yo, if I like flung that bitch to the building, I would have been like arrested for manslaughter.
That's like the Family Guy episode where fucking Peter's doing the flashback where he's on the slingshot with Quagmire, and he's like, I think I'm too fat for the ride. And he goes, no, you're fine. And they take off, and his fat's pulling him up and down, so he's falling out of the seat. And he goes, I'm too fat for the ride. I'm too fat for the ride.
It really happens. And I was scared shitless. My butthole puckered. I thought I was done.
That's fantastic. That's so good it's fattening.
Also at Boomers, you would see a bunch of assholes spraying cleaner on their hands and lighting themselves on fire.
What the fuck?
We had one guy. He would get bored. So we were in the batting cages. He took the disinfectant spray and he would cover the batting cage helmet in disinfectant spray, put it on his head, and then light it on fire. And then he'd go out and hit fucking baseballs with a flaming fucking helmet on. Oh, good times.
And he was still employed. That's good.
What it was to be young and dumb.
The best thing, though, was turning off the governors on the NASCARs and putting the silicone on the track. Those were the best times.
Yeah. Yeah, so, like, all the go-karts have, like, a governor on them, so you can't go. Yeah. So we would just snip it so there's no governor. And then, because the one track was just an oval track, like NASCAR racing, and all the corners are on the 2 corners, we would put silicone on the track so you could fucking drift around the corners.
Those were good times.
Holy shit, there's so many liabilities coming out right now.
That was one also. We would sit there, like, when you get bored at Boomers, there was like a rule you had to play with fire. That was the rule. So that's where I learned that gasoline isn't flammable, that it's just the fumes that are flammable, right? So we would take a bottle of water, empty it out, fill it with gas, and light it on fire, and only the top would be lit on fire because the fuel itself, like the liquid, isn't flammable. It won't explode in
your hands.
Right. But we'd hop in one of the go-karts and start driving around and pour it out on the track while we're going in, and we have a ring of fire. Oh,
the best time was, though, because we used to go. They would do it was like Tuesdays, right? The $15 or whatever you get in,
possibly $15 ride all you can or something.
Yeah, so all the arcades would be free. You wouldn't have to pay. You just pay to get in. And this is when Chris was working there, so I didn't have to pay to get in. I just go and hang out. But it'd be funny to watch Chris run the NASCAR to just see the dumbass things that people would do while they're driving them. And one kid, Chris was like, all right, this is the last lap. You guys come in and pull in. And this kid came flying in. And Chris was like, slow down, slow down. And the kid went faster. And he smashed into the stopping pole. The whole car in the back lifted up and then slammed back down. And Chris is like, are you okay? And the kid's like, yeah, I'm okay. I meant to do that. And Chris is like, oh, you meant to do that? Get out. Cut his wristband and send him on his way. Oh, man, it was so great.
We used to have friends that would take, and they used to take pictures and all kinds of shit, but none of them are on the cast. I wish they were, but they would take their cars because they, we drove, we all mostly drove front wheel drive cars, right? As a kid, they had like a Honda or a Saturn, whatever the hell you drove.
Right.
And
weird.
So they drove a lot of tuners. And so what they would do is they would go to an abandoned parking lot and they would take, McDonald's, like, you go get your food and they put it on a tray. So they would take the trays and put it under the back tires. And they would drive to the parking lot and yank up or like downshift or turn too hard, whatever. And the ass end would just slide on these parking trays around the parking lot.
I mean, I used to do something similar as a kid.
Without drifting.
Like I used to do something similar as a kid, but it was like take the trays from McDonald's and just go to the top of the slide and ride that bitch down the slide at McDonald's.
Yeah.
Almost the same.
Yeah,
Probably not as deadly.
Full-on car.
Yeah. But yeah, no, never had that problem. My second car was a Lincoln Mark 7. That bitch had rear-wheel drive because I was a man.
So last week, I can't remember. Did we talk about from Toylanta, like what is it? Something Crucible. What's Savage Crucible?
Savage Crucible. Don't put Psycho to sleep. So
no. Did we talk about those guys though?
Oh, we didn't. Me and Johnny have mentioned it before in the cast, but they're basically like He-Man, barbarian style. Yeah.
And like Psycho, you're familiar with Mythic Legions?
Yep.
Okay, so I don't really care about the toy lines. I think they're cool. I don't have a lot of engagement with them. They don't really do a lot for me. I do think, and I won't do it out of principle, but I do think the Mythic Legion Cosmic series is kind of cool.
All the space guys, yeah.
Yeah, I like some of the stuff they're doing with that. I like the colors. They keep me engaged. No, but I like the colors. I enjoy what they're doing with that. I think they're doing a nice take on certain characters. And then there's Figure Obscura is the other line.
Yeah, that's all they have like the Bigfoot, not Bigfoot, but yeah, the Jersey Devil and all that. That's the ones I like.
So exactly what it sounds like. Obscure, like obscure characters nobody really makes. So
it's like urban legends. Or the Headless Horseman. That's not really an urban legend, but it's more of a, I don't know what the fuck you call that.
They have the Yeti, right? Is that the ones you were buying?
No, they haven't done a Yeti. They've done Krampus. They've done a Santa Claus. Then they did like Jacob Marley from the Christmas Carol. They've done the Ghost of Christmas Past. Then they did a Frankenstein. Then Jersey Devil.
So is the Frankenstein? I think Johnny has it. Is that the box set where it shows the monster on the front?
Yes.
If
Johnny has it, then that's it. Yes, because Johnny does collect them too.
Yeah, it's like purpley black, and it's just a monster on the front. Okay. So I think it's a cool set. But one of the ones Rebel Girl had pointed out was the Egyptian ones were kind of cool. They had like an Anubis-looking one and a Cleopatra.
Yeah, I've got two. Yeah, so you have the cat one.
Yeah,
which is the female that's a cat, and then there was a 2-pack they did. Yeah,
but is it Anubis?
I believe it was. It's the dog.
Okay, so,
it's a dog head.
So they're in a 2-pack.
You had to buy them together. They came individually packed, but they came together.
Okay, yeah. So she really liked that line. We saw that at the show, and then I got to give him credit. I know there's a lot of these lines out there, and again, stop me, guys. If we already talked about this, I won't waste anybody's time. But was the Robo Skull? It's not called Robo Skull though. That's not their line. Who the hell makes it?
I know the vehicle or whatever is a giant red skull with like legs.
Right, but do you know the line?
I would have sworn it was called Robo Skull.
It's not Marauder.
I'm pretty sure it's called Robo Skull.
That's okay. Maybe that's just a line, but I got to tell you, man, you want to talk about being Skeletron is the line. So you want to talk about being thoroughly impressed. We're at the show, and I don't know. It's something about modern lines. It's not that I don't like them. I think they're cool, and I want to give those guys my money and support what they're doing. But I think we did talk about this. I have a very hard time. I don't know. My stupid brain won't let me not
I'll
compare.
even
it to
bring up a
something.
picture of something so Psycho can see what you're talking about.
Do you have any idea what I'm talking about, Psycho?
I do not.
I'm sorry, man. So let me pull it up. I have a hard time not comparing something to what we would have had, earlier as a kid, right?
Okay.
Let me don't get me wrong, they have really cool shit. I gotta wait for the page to load. It's gonna take a second, but so essentially what they do, Psycho, is they produce a 3 3/4 style. They're not 3 3/4, not all of them, but a 3 3/4 style line of figures that are of their own taking, right? What they develop themselves.
Okay.
So, Psycho, can you see the
Okay.
picture?
Yeah, I see that stuff. Yeah.
Okay, so we don't need that, but I really like this guy actually. He's cool.
G.I. Joe. Yeah.
But essentially, that's what they are. They're O-ring figures that are G.I. Joe, but they're not supposed to be G.I. Joe. I mean,
yeah.
I don't want to take that away from these guys because they spend a lot of time and a lot of work on these figures, and they look awesome. And there's always going to be something that resembles another toy, right?
Yep.
Now, some of these are a little too close. Like, I'm sorry, that's Python Patrol. Whether you want to believe it or not, that's what that is. That's a little too close.
The one that was up a little higher when you scrolled past it, like that one go down a little bit. No. That one obviously looks like Shadow Strike, but
Storm Shadow, maybe?
Yeah, Storm Shadow. Go down a little bit. That looks like the one that's down there at the bottom looks like a G.I. Joe Stormtrooper.
Oh, underneath that, no, go down one more. Right there.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So that reminds me of Battlestar Galactica.
I can see that. The face, the mask, I can see that.
Yeah. But this thing right here, man.
That's that fucking Red Skull thing, whatever the fuck it is.
They have one. They had one at their.
That's the Robo Skull.
And this thing. Where's the picture with the.
Right there.
There? Yeah. Well, I'm trying to find where I can show you the accessories. Yeah. So, you guys see that in the picture? Okay.
Yeah.
This thing is fucking nuts. So I see it at the show. It's every bit of no bullshit. Probably that wide. Right? And probably like that deep. And the character goes inside. And it can be set up a number of different ways. The wings, I guess you want to call it, whatever. Everything's very multi-posable. It can set up a number of different ways. But with all those accessories, it looked like menacingly scary. It was like HasLab quality. Yeah. For $250. We'd have to spend what? What is our HasLab? They're $500 for a G.I. Joe?
I think HasLabs are usually $350 and above.
Yeah.
100 $100 cheaper. Not the same amount of figures. That's fine.
But that's one of those things that Hasbro does, right? Like, for whatever reason, where they get their prices at. But when you have companies like this doing something as great as this, or you have like Disney doing the fucking vehicle from Star Tours, right? Like, they did that vehicle from Star Tours. It has lights. It plays the fucking intro to Star Tours. Like, it has all these video aspects. It holds 35 fucking, well, I think it was 30 characters. It's the seating for the fucking real ride. And it was like $250. And it's better than anything Star Wars that HasLab has put out, and cheaper than everything they've put out. Like, why? Why can Disney knock out something like that and Hasbro's like, we're going to charge about twice that for less than what that offers?
And none of the quality control issues.
Yeah, none.
I think that's what bothers me the most is that these guys, right? Can you see my mouse moving?
No.
Yeah.
No, you can't. I'm sorry.
I can't, but there I see it.
I can see it.
So these guys, right, who don't have Disney money,
nope,
right? They don't have NECA, Super 7, don't have any of that kind of money. These guys are a company in themselves, right? Yeah. They spend that time, they put out this toy, they don't have any of the quality control issues that these other mainstream companies have.
Well, and the quality, that's because they don't cut corners.
Huh?
They don't cut corners.
Right, but kind of that's my point. It's very frustrating. And it's like, so I see this toy, I'm seeing it in person, something I would have never thought to buy. I just thought it looked cool. And I'm like, man, I really fucking want to buy this. I didn't buy one, but I'm like, man, I really want to buy this. And I'm
Tony, you
staring
should
at it
buy
like, this
one.
thing is, it's cool. Don't get me wrong. It's cool as shit, but I'm just like, where the hell are Hasbro and these other companies, they're mainstream companies that I get it. They're trying to make their overhead. Where the hell are you guys not to notice a company like this producing a quality product that's not having the quality control issues you're having for a fraction of the fucking price, and not to think that these guys aren't getting ready to eat your lunch?
Because I think, if anything, just for the simplicity of it, Hasbro is banking on the fact that they have the IP that people are going to buy, right? These are cool,
Right.
but Psycho's
Right.
never seen these before. But
Nope.
Psycho's seen G.I. Joe. You know what I mean? Like that's what they're banking on. Like, oh, people are going to buy this shit anyways because it's G.I. Joe. They're going to buy it no matter what. Obviously, we all know how business goes. They're like, oh, we need to charge more because we have, stock or shareholders that have to make money, and we have to answer to these people. So we have to make as much as we can, but we also have to cut as many corners as we can so we can get an even higher profit margin, which is why these companies who don't have that have better quality product, because they're not cutting corners. They don't have people to answer to besides their small group of people that they have involved in this. You know what I mean? That's why they can do it. But at Hasbro, they're like, yeah, we have G.I. Joe. Fuck your Robo Skull. We got G.I. Joe.
So I agree, and that's sad that, because I only think of
No,
my
we
own company
agree.
I work for, but it's fucking sad that a company, for the sake of shareholders, because they're not allowed to on Wall Street, any company's publicly traded is not allowed to show negative revenues, right? They have to show that they did something to compensate for losses on sales or what have you. They have to show positive revenue. And the only way to do that is when you start to cut corners. And I think it's fucking sad. And so, Psycho, I just ask you a very generic question, man. If you were a G.I. Joe collector, right? And you're not, but if you were a G.I. Joe collector who collected 3 3/4 O-ring figures, and you saw this line, would you not buy these to complement the G.I. Joes you currently have?
I mean, I know the answer you want me to say is I would, but the answer that I'm going to give is I wouldn't, because I don't buy third-party stuff now, right? Like
Okay.
if I'm buying a line, I'm buying the line from the people who create it. They look incredibly badass, but if I was collecting G.I. Joe, those aren't G.I. Joe, so I probably wouldn't buy them.
Psycho is
so
more of
that's
a
okay. Your
purist.
opinion
Like,
doesn't matter here. So, Chris, go ahead. Sorry.
No, what this reminds me of, and follow along. Back in the days, you always had, like, just use it as an example. Say you have Masters of the Universe, right? You have the Masters of the Universe line, but there was always, if you went to like a dollar store, that's where you find like all the knockoff shit. And a lot of these companies would make knockoff figures based on the Masters of the Universe type buck, their weapon system, their vehicles. And a lot of people, especially now, they look for those knockoffs because it kind of expands the universe of Masters of the Universe, even though they're not official, but they're made in the same style. They fit in.
Or a grandparent bought the kid an obscure toy because it
Oh
looks
yeah,
like
back
it.
then, absolutely, yeah. You're like, oh,
Yeah.
he looks like your He-Man's, right? Like, and it fit. And as a kid, the average child didn't give a shit because they weren't looking at the back like, oh, he's not on the back of my card. He's not real. Like, they didn't give a shit. It was a cool figure to go along with his toy, right? His other figures he already has. That's what this reminds me of. Like, you have G.I. Joe in Walmart and Toys R Us, whatever. But then when you go to like Dollar Tree, you'd find this company sitting there making these bootleg ass toys. Even though they're good, there's no problems with them. And some people would have no issue buying them and putting them with their G.I. Joes. They wouldn't know a difference. They wouldn't care. But then you'd have other people like Psycho in this case who'd be like, if it's not the Joe, it's a no-go. You know what I mean? Like, but these things look great. That's all it reminds me of, is just third-party companies doing knockoffs inside of, shit stores.
Yeah.
And it comes with all of this. That's the part that fucking gets me. What other toy line? They're giving you a fuck. I cut out. I'm so sorry, guys. They're giving you a stand. I mean, they're going above and beyond. I got to give these guys a lot of credit.
It's definitely cool. It's just not. Again, if I was collecting G.I. Joe, as that's not G.I. Joe, I wouldn't do it. If I saw this line and was into it and I wanted to collect it, then I could definitely see the value in doing that. But I wouldn't switch from one thing to something else, if that makes sense.
Well, I think saying switch would be like buying and then using it to complement.
Well, no, but that's what he's saying. But what I'm saying is, for me, it's like if I'm buying the G.I. Joe line, I'm not also then going to buy this line as well.
Well, everybody's got their own thing, and I mean, it makes sense because like some people are purists; they want only the real shit. You know what I mean?
For instance, I won't buy the comic line or the video game line of Ninja Turtle figures that NECA does. Like, I'm not buying those. I'm going to stick with the cartoon and the movie. Right? Like that's where I cut it off. I'm like, this is what I'm doing.
Yeah, that's the Frankenstein from Figura Obscura. You get all those accessories.
Everything down here.
Yeah. But then, like, on the side there, you see the two different Headless Horsemen. You see the one with the green flames. You can see the one with the orange flames.
Wait, see the screen. I'm sorry. Hold on. I just clicked in Figura Obscura, so give me 1 second, okay?
Okay.
So this is the set I was talking about. Can you get?
Yeah, and now they have a third one coming out soon that matches that set.
So these all look. I mean, I'm not zooming in, but I wonder if there's a. Hold on, let me see if I can go to just a website. Four Horsemen?
Yeah, Four Horsemen. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know. Again, I didn't know they were figure. Okay, all right. Sorry.
That's why there's so much detail. There's a 7-headed rat.
Oh, this is the line. Okay, so you keep showing these. Yeah, this is the line you keep talking about. Okay.
Yeah, me and Johnny talk about it all the time because we collect them. They're great. I didn't buy the 7-headed rat because I don't give a shit about the Nutcracker, but
where's the Frankenstein? It's not on here.
There it is. There you go.
That's great.
Yeah, no, the things are amazing.
He looks great. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, no, they're great figures because the Four Horsemen are insane sculptors. Right? They've got visions. They do amazing stuff.
Damn, did you get the Krampus?
Yeah, I got Krampus.
Okay. That's great too.
Yeah, then there's the red variant. Yep.
You have that too, Psycho?
No.
Oh.
No, Psycho doesn't get in on these indie companies like this because
I don't really collect much anymore.
When Psycho's collection is mainly, he's got Transformers, Turtles, Batman, and Power Rangers is kind of the majority of his stuff.
And Ghostbusters.
And Busters, yeah.
Oh,
sorry.
Nobody cares about that.
But again, like,
I hate you.
I buy some Legos, right? Like, I get the NECA Turtle stuff, and then whenever they put out Ghostbuster stuff, which is not very often, and my Power Ranger collection is pretty much done.
Bro,
I'm not buying any of the Playmate Power Ranger figures, and that's it.
So Tony, like that Headless Horseman, right? The horse is amazing. The Headless Horseman figure is awesome. But what you should also look at on their page, because I know you've been wanting horses, right? For your Ninja Turtle 3 figures.
The ones that I don't open? Yeah.
Yeah. But I think it's in their Mythic Legions line. Oh shit, yeah, you have to fucking search for it. But they have like 5 or 6 different types of horses. And one I've got here is just a skeleton. The horse is a fucking skeleton of a horse. But they've done like a bunch of different horses. They did one for like the 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse. So they've done the 4 horses of the apocalypse and everything. Like, and the horses are all amazing. They did a moose. I bought a moose for Santa Claus to ride because, why not?
So I gotta say, these cosmic ones.
Yeah, the space ones are awesome.
There's too many pictures. I'm not gonna go through all these. It'll be wasting people's time. It'd be better for me to just Google it. But yeah, those are pretty fucking rad, man. I could see myself getting into the cosmic line, and just buying the cosmic line. Don't do it. Okay, good.
I mean, You could, because I think they've only done 2 waves of the Cosmic line. Because like they'll do like one wave of Cosmic, then they'll do like a wave of a different line, then a different line, and like they space out. If you're only one line, they space it out for you.
Was that a play on words?
It wasn't, but it works. So,
so how many Cosmics do you think there are right now? Like 10?
I think there's 2 waves. I believe it's like 6 or 7 figures per wave.
Oh, cool. So it's $1,500 in figures.
And there's a couple that are bigger, like giant size figures, like like ogre scale. Like there's different size ones.
Scale now, ogre scale.
Well, because like they have like Mythic Legions is like for lack of a better description, if you took like Lord of the Rings, like that type of setting. So you have like ogres and mages and warriors and knights, like all this different type of shit. But like obviously when you have like a normal person, an ogre like Shrek is always bigger, right? But then they have dwarfs, like they have different sizes for those. Like they're all the same scale, but it's just like different class level of being. That makes sense.
Yeah. No, I get it. I think it's cool. I've never purchased the Mythic Legions before. It's never been a thing for me. I did pre-order.
One night Johnny's not here. We're talking Mythic Legions, but he knows a lot of that shit.
The only reason I pre-ordered the Dragon, I'm not being modest. I told everybody I'm only going to resell it. That's the only reason I bought it.
Psycho, have you seen the Dragon?
No.
Let me find a picture.
The Dragon, I think his wingspan is like, it's from head to tail. I think it's 6 feet long.
It's insane. I literally did it though to resell it because I know for a fact if you don't get it,
are you going to ship it or are you going to go pick it up?
No, I paid for shipping.
They gave you an option to drive to Jersey and pick it up if you didn't want to ship the fucking thing.
I mean, that would have been fun too, but I don't care. I'm stupid.
Look at this. This thing is massive.
Damn.
This is if it tells you anything, see this down here?
Yeah.
That's a standard figure.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's how big he's going to be.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, but from head to tail, it's insane.
So what was that? $800?
It was $1,000 all in.
Including shipping.
But if you were 1,000, I say all in, what you got for 1,000 all in was you got the Dragon.
It was a Kickstarter type thing.
You got an extra set of different heads and fire breathing and all the bullshit that come with it. And then there's an entirely different set of wings that are like kind of like what they did with what the fuck is his name?
With the gargoyles, where you have like the back wings that are like closed, and then you have the open.
Yeah, the open ones. They made spread wings for him, so they spread his eagle. So his spread wings, if I'm not mistaken, to Chris's point, they're something like almost 4 feet wide. It's just they're insane just to give you that.
And then it's like a Kickstarter. So then you get, I think they fully backed it. So you got like 7 or 8 action figures with it too.
Yeah, you got back and front.
Yeah, one of them is a. It's just I think one of their knights, but he's completely engulfed in flames because he's supposed to be getting burnt by the dragon. There's another one, it's a skeleton, but it's ash, like it's all like supposed to be ashy because he's burnt to the crisp. Like they really went all in. Like if you're really going to get into a line for a line that's done by collectors for collectors, like Mythic Legions is really the line to get into because those guys love what they do.
You have to absolutely give them credit. Huh?
Quite a bit out of my price range.
Yeah, but but it is, but it isn't because if you think about it, it's a lot. Listen, I'm not being funny, but it's a lot of money up front. You're absolutely correct. $1,000, nothing to sneeze at. It's a lot of money up front for a toy. But when you stop and think of HasLab and you turn around and you pay the initial whatever it is, right, at $400 or $500, I don't know, I can't remember. They all vary, but you pay the initial amount for HasLab, and then the more backers means the more tiers they open up, right? Yep. Oh, you'll get all the figures. Oh, you'll get the accessories. Oh, you'll get a fucking keychain, whatever the hell they want to give you. And then Super 7 kind of followed that suit where they were like, oh, you'll get the Cat's Lair. Oh, you'll get this extra figure. Oh, you get the key to Thundara. Oh, if you do this, we're going to give you a golden Lion-O. Shit that really didn't make sense for the toy, where it was like, that's stupid. Other than the key, nobody gave a shit about the extras that you could possibly get with the Cat's Lair.
Right.
Yeah.
You give these guys who are
They're Ghostbusters at Hasbro.
right, but you got these guys. Yeah, Hasbro. They did a great job with the HasLab one. That was great. When you had the opportunity to buy the second set, came with the Busters, came with the librarian.
That was fine. But when they did the pack, the Proton pack, and then the 2 in a box, which was the trap and the PKE meter.
Yeah,
I don't remember that.
Yeah, but the extras like a holster, patches,
stupid shit.
Yeah, like should that like you don't need it doesn't like okay, it's cool, but like it's not a necessity. It's not shit I would ever buy. It came with it, so like okay, cool, I got it, but like nothing that would make me want to spend more on it ever.
Yeah, so like to that point, so now you've got this other company, whatever you want to call them, independent third party. They turn around and they're producing their own stuff, and they go, "Hey, we're going to make this dragon." Which anybody who collects the lines, I get it. I get where the dragon makes sense because the characters they're making are crazy. They're like these medieval fucking nightmares of crazy.
Yeah.
They're awesome. It doesn't do it for me. It's just not what I collect. But I 100% appreciate what they're doing. They're great quality looking figures. Their packaging's awesome. These guys are making it happen. You're getting $50 worth when you buy that figure, or 30 or whatever it is, 40. And then they turn around and say, "Hey, we're going to do this dragon, but for $1,000 you can get XYZ." Nobody else is giving you the same quality and bang for the buck.
See
that these guys are doing, and these other companies, Super 7s, the Hasbro especially, really needs to get off their ass and go, we want to appeal to collectors. We're trying to sell to collectors. We need to start watching these other companies and how good they're doing and how much their fans truly love their company and would buy from them versus Hasbro, where it's, well, we're just buying because nobody else is making it.
Yeah,
see, like
that's the thing. They know they don't have to try because people are going to buy it anyway.
Because the IP.
But Psycho, to that point, eventually other people are going to make it. So why would I keep going to Hasbro when I can go to Bob's and buy a better Transformer? I can go here and get a better G.I. Joe character. You know, I can go here and get something that caters more to me. There's only a matter of time before some third-party company, which may already be out there, is making badass Star Wars characters where people go, fuck Hasbro and their weird articulated bullshit. I can buy these badass characters over here.
I mean, you could say all the import companies, the Bandais and the SH Figure Arts and all them, they do a lot of like Star Wars shit, and people buy the hell out of it.
I didn't know they did. The Shig Arts, whatever they are, do.
Yeah, well, I mean, it might not. Those companies, I can't exactly. I know Bandai does some, but what? So that dragon though, right? And it was cool, but it's nothing I would ever buy, just because it has nothing to do with any of my collection. But what I know I would do. So I've shown this before. This fucking werewolf.
Yeah.
This is from a line called Crypt, and he's doing a bunch of cryptids. So like his recent offering, he's got Dogmen, he's got Chupacabras. That's who I also ordered the Bigfoot and the Yeti from. If he were to do that dragon, but as the Loch Ness monster, I'd buy that in a fucking heartbeat. I'd have to buy that.
Well, you'd probably pay about $350.
There's a sale of Loch Ness munchies. I'd take it. I'd take that deal all day.
Oh my god!
But like, I would support it. Like, I won't do the dragon because it's not my thing. But if this guy that does these, his name's Loose Collector. If he does a fucking Loch Ness monster in his crypt, I'm in. He's already talking about doing a giant Cthulhu that's like 2.5 feet tall. Like,
that'd be badass. I'd buy Cthulhu.
Yeah, like
I'd have to get a little Cartman though to put it on his back as the coon. What? Nobody?
No, I get it.
Little Cartman is the coon?
Yeah, no, his superhero coon self. Yeah, no, I get it.
I don't know. I just think again, the only reason I bought the dragon 100% was to resell. I can remember the cast. Johnny and I were sitting there talking about it, and Johnny kept saying like, "Yeah, man, it's probably gonna be big. I can't get in on it, you know, blah blah blah." And I was like, "You know what? Fuck it." And I went and threw the grand at it and got one. You're also the two assholes who made me buy the HasLab Ecto that I didn't want to buy, but I bought it anyway.
Nobody made you buy anything. I feel like, Tony, that I don't think anybody can make you do something you don't want to do. But Johnny, so I remember Johnny, he bought the dragon, and he said that he and his him and Tammy, they agreed that it would be like a centerpiece on their dining table.
Yeah,
Like, the thing is massive.
I may actually. So I've been the more and more the HasLab Ecto 1 has not been selling. The more I have considered, and I don't know how it's packaged. You open yours, correct, Chris?
Yeah,
So when you open yours,
it's a beautiful box.
thank you. I have a nice, beautiful box. So, so Lewis, Slimer, and the Librarian, do they come carded or just in a packaging?
They're just in a plastic case.
Yeah, there's no
So they're not
card.
really
So like
they're
like
not
like
really
a clamshell, like the plastic clamshell, form molded to them. It's like
Right.
that.
Okay. So it's not anything you could display anywhere.
No.
No.
But
Okay.
Tony, what's interesting, and I feel like you'd like the box. You're a big box art guy, right?
Mhm.
Once you take it out of the brown shipper,
Mhm.
the actual box design it looks like a toolbox.
Yeah, I
The
know.
front end, like all the drawers.
Yeah.
So it's like that. Then the top half is a part of the toolbox that opens up, like there's a big, like a box on top, and that's where all the accessories and the extra shit is. But the
Oh, I didn't
normal
know that.
box, huh?
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Well, you wouldn't get that. You didn't get that one. But still, so the box itself, though, like I said, it looks like just the artwork. It's like it's I guess it's supposed to be Ray's toolbox. It's like all grungy. It looks awesome. It's an
The
amazing
only
box.
reason I put it out there is because this is the second one and the hype is gone, I think, right? So people aren't looking for it. If they are, I'm like when I had the first one, I sold it at RetroCon like immediately. Like people saw it, they wanted it, they bought it. I had two. And nobody has looked at or touched on the second one. So I kind of thought that if I didn't, for nostalgia purposes, if I didn't sell it at this next show coming up, I don't want to drop the price too much more. I'm almost at bargain basement. I thought, you know what? Screw it. I'll go ahead and open it.
Hey,
Oh no.
I'll give you $50.
50 Dara.
50
52 Dara. No, I thought about opening
deal.
it.
I'll take it.
I don't know how impressive the car looks, but I thought about opening the car and just putting it out somewhere for display. And I'll
It looks
keep the
great.
accessories and everything else in the box.
It looks great. The only issue with the car, and a lot of people have complained about it, and I agree, it's the fucking stickers. Like, you have to put the stickers on.
Mm.
It's just fucking annoying. But
Does it
besides
look
that,
like a toy, or does it look like you spent money on something decent?
I mean,
No,
I can't see from here and tell you.
no, it looks amazing. It looks amazing. You have either 2 or 3 buttons under the front bumper. You push it, it turns it on. It'll do like the different lights, the different flashing, the siren, and depending on like which code and how long you push it, it'll do different things. So like when you push the one button, you hear it trying to start, and you have to keep holding the button while and then like it finally kicks on and revs, and like it's really cool. And you open the hood, and there's an engine inside and everything.
And then if
Psycho,
you
is
put
yours
the-
handy?
No, mine's in the box.
Oh, go ahead.
But if you put on the Ghostbusters 2 roof rack, it changes the sirens and the lights and everything to the way they looked in Ghostbusters 2. So the sirens were different in the second movie. The light sequences were different.
I don't have that set, but
And it's battery powered, right? But they also have a USB-C plug in it. So you can plug it straight into an adapter or a plug, and you can have constant power to it.
that's pretty cool.
So you can set it up like once I get a plug for the shelf, I'm gonna have it plugged in so it'll be flashing during the show and everything. Fucking lights going off.
No, it's cool. I opened one and I looked at it and took it all out, and I'm like, awesome. And I put it back, and I didn't even open the second one. But the stickers are the reason
Did you
why.
order two?
Yes.
Oh, why'd you order two? Oh,
The
one tab
stickers-
was one car, one tab was the other.
Yep.
Okay.
I mean, and when I
Right.
talked to Chris about it, when I talked to our buddy Harity about it, Harity wanted to buy one and he didn't. He's trying to find one now, but he wants the whole set, not just the Ghostbusters one. But they're like, oh, you can. It comes with a bunch of stickers, and to Hasbro's credit, they gave you a bunch of stickers, so you can
A bunch of duplicates in case you fuck up.
you can change it back and forth several times. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to leave one as the Ghostbuster 1 car, the other is the Ghostbusters 2 car, and then that's it. And
luckily for me, I really prefer the Ghostbuster 1 car look. All the shit on top is cool for the Ghostbuster 2, but I like the original look. So I really got the extra one mainly for all the extra figures. It was like $50 more, and you got all the extra figures, right? And that's what I wanted was the Ghostbuster 2 figures. That was my main one.
If you don't want your Ghostbusters 2 shit, then maybe Harity can buy Tony's Ecto 1 and then buy the extra shit from you, and then that'll be that.
Calm down. If I ever want to get rid of it, I'm gonna need all the shit. So relax.
I'm telling you, I seriously consider just opening and having the car out somewhere. I'm not a big Ghostbusters fan, but I still enjoyed the movies as a kid.
Bro,
it's still something I think is cool. So having the car out somewhere would be cool.
It's even got the gurney in the back that rolls out. And you put the packs on.
With the packs in it, yeah. See,
Yeah,
I would have bought
packs, but
I would have bought, and I could probably still get a really good price on it. We could maybe talk about that offline, but
you do get the pack.
I told you guys Will is moving to Georgia, right?
You get 1 pack.
No, I know, but remember, did I tell you Will is moving to Georgia?
I don't know who Will is, so no.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Will is the guy. Yes, you do. Oh, every time we do a booth, Will's been across from us, and we went and looked at his was it his 3-0 Ecto 1 or whoever makes the giant Ecto 1?
Blitzway.
So is it Blitzway? Who was it?
Blitzway, yeah. It was a Blitzway.
Kind of one. I fucking wanted that so bad. I'm pissed.
Well, here's the fucked up part. I could have got a really good deal on it, but it's missing the rack on top, which is like the whole car, in my opinion. It's got smidges, smooches, all kinds of all over it. And he's selling everything before he goes to Georgia. I'm at the point now where I'm like, I kind of want to be like, I'll give you $400 for it, maybe.
Listen, if you can get that Blitzway 1 cheap, let me know. I want it. I'll put the time into trying to fix it up.
So Psycho likes doing this. Psycho likes to hear about your deals you can get, and they'd be like, "Hey, if you can get that, I'll buy it from you."
Yeah, because Tony doesn't like Ghostbusters. I fucking need the car. If he can get a good deal on it, I want it.
I gotta tell you, I was impressed just as a car guy.
Hold on. I'm gonna say this right now. All right. Tony doesn't like Ghostbusters, but when I'm looking in the back of people's backgrounds, I see more Ghostbusters in Tony's background than I see in your background.
I mean, that's because my big shoulders are blocking my fucking Ghostbuster figures.
Smile, bitch.
As there's a life-size fucking Slimer right next to me.
But no, Tony, if you don't want the Ghostbusters car and you can get a deal on it, let me know. Because I'm
gonna message him before he takes off because he sold everything else.
I bought those Blitzway figures back when they first came out. I bought them, and I have them. I never opened them. And I was going to buy the
He's missing a roof rack. And then there was not just smudge, like there was like damage, like actual like scratches in the paint in various spots on the vehicle itself. There was something else wrong. There was something else missing. I don't remember what it was though. Because I remember we were looking at it. I'm like, bro, it looks weird. We were looking at the pictures online while we were looking at it across the room from us. There was something else missing from it. But then at that same time, you were like looking up the parts to see if you could find the parts.
Because he had offered it to me for $800, I think.
Yep.
And I think based on what I saw, like I was telling Weezy, I'm like, I'd give him 5, maybe 4. And that's only because I'd be like, it's cool, it's the Ghostbusters car, but I think it would always fucking bother me that I don't have the top part. You know, that's the car. That's what makes the car.
Yeah.
And with the size of that car, I don't know if it's. I don't think it's aluminum. I think it's plastic. I could be wrong.
Plastic, but there are metal pieces on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's heavy as shit. It's big. It comes in a big foam case.
If somebody who was familiar with like just general customizing or automotive repair, like where he could like actually paint that bitch and make it look perfect again to repair it, you could have a hell of a deal.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like I said, man, I was going to buy it and I didn't, and I had an opportunity to buy it because I bought my Ghostbuster figures for like $800 from a company in Japan, but it took longer to get them. And after I ordered those, they sent me an email telling me that if I was interested, they could get one of the Ecto ones as well, and it was going to be $1,000.
That's a good price.
Sideshow had it at $1,600. Big Bad had it at like $1,500, and then I found it at a couple of other hobby stores for $1,200. And I was just like, because I mean, my wife was pregnant at the time, and I'm like, this $800 that I just spent for the figures, I don't know that I want to spend $1,000, right? And I'm glad I didn't, because when my daughter was 6, we had a house fire and we were in a hotel for 4 months, right? So like, if I had spent it, it would have been really difficult. But I kind of kicked myself, because if I had done it, I could have bought 2 of them, sold one, and not had to pay for mine essentially.
I easily psycho right now. Even again, I'm not. What was just because I may not be collector of a line, I'm not stupid to value, right?
Yeah.
And so I would see that toy, especially seeing it in person now. Well, if I saw that available new, and I could buy it for $1,500, I would gladly pay. I'd do it right fucking now. I'd pay $1,500 all day for that thing to show up and have a goddamn 3 foot long Ecto one, lights and sounds. It's insane, dude. Yeah, lights and sounds. The fucking detail in the interior when you open the motor. The belts are rubber. I mean, they spent time on this thing, and so no part of it to me seems cheap or rushed. And I would gladly spend $1,500 on it. So when I saw out on display at that show that time, Weeze, I was like, "Fuck, man, I gotta own this thing." No, I didn't even care about Ghostbusters enough to do it. But I'm like, "What do you want for it?" And Will was like, "If you want it, $800." I could have bought it. I could have bought it right then and there. But as Weezy and I kept looking it over, it's like, "Damn, dude, it going in and out of the what it is he had it somewhere where the heat was too much." Yeah. And so going in and out of the styrofoam case that it goes in, it smudged the right door where the emblem was for the ghost.
Yeah.
So that's all fucked up. And then there was, like Chris said, there's scratches up and down it. And then he's missing the top piece. And I'm like, well, it's not $800 anymore, man. This is like a $400 piece, because I'm going to spend $400 just to get the top if anybody even wants to sell it.
Yeah. What frustrates me is they recently re-released the figures. You could buy them, and it had the new face sculpt for Aykroyd, and it had a new face sculpt for Venkman, and then they had extra accessories. But Blitzway also said that they would be re-releasing the original Ecto 1 as well, and then they never said anything about it again. In the original press release, they're like, "Oh, we're re-releasing the Ghostbusters, and we'll be re-releasing the original Ecto 1." And I was like, okay, I might actually get a chance to buy this. But no, it was not meant to be.
And you never know. Don't hold your breath, but stranger things have happened.
Yeah, I just don't think it's going to happen. I mean, you're right. I just don't think.
You also didn't think you're going to be able to order the San Diego Comic-Con from NECA, and you can still order that bitch now. So, stranger things have happened.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, right now, hold on. I'm just going to for the fuck of it. I don't know if he's going to respond right now. He might respond tomorrow. Let's see.
Yeah, but I will say the prices have gone down significantly on eBay. People are still.
How much is a brand new one in minty condition on eBay?
So people are asking $5,000, but if you look for sold, they've been selling for like $1,900, $2,000. And the last time I looked, they were selling for close to $4,000.
I mean, honestly, like, if you have the figures, and obviously you have a love for Ghostbusters or just classic movies, that's almost a no-brainer, right?
Yeah.
But the only reason I wouldn't do it is just because I don't collect that scale. I don't. That's not my scale. I'll stick with the HasLab, and it's my scale. I'm good.
Here's what I could see somebody doing with that mold, right? The way it sits, if you don't have the top. Instead of trying to hunt down the top, what I would encourage is for somebody to take that car, if you get it for cheap enough.
Turn it back into an ambulance.
No. I would rough it out, right? I would almost make it look like, what was it, Afterlife, right?
Blitzway released an Afterlife Ecto 1 as well.
Okay, but let's say you have this is a time when
you have them customized it like it was found in a barn.
Correct. Like it's beat to shit. It's missing pieces. Maybe you put it on a certain stand where you take a wheel off and you just absolutely destroy this car. So it's like, this is the afterlife for Ghostbusters. Doesn't have to be from the movie, but this is what's left over of this car. Yeah. And so when you're missing the top, maybe you put remnants of it. You can build your own things where it's like, hey, here's half a siren. Here's, a piece of a hose. Here's half of the tank.
Right. I can almost guarantee you could probably find people who have that entire roof rack or parts of it 3D printable, right? You just 3D print parts.
That's a good point. I didn't even think about that. That's a good point. I'm just thinking in terms of like, it really sucks that the car got that jacked up going in and out of a styrofoam case. That's fucking almost 4 feet tall or 4 feet long. I'm sorry.
It's fucking insane.
Yeah. I remember when he showed me the thing, I'm like, God damn, how big is the car? And then he opens up the case and I'm like, and I grab Chris and I'm like, you see how fucking big this is? That's what made me want to buy it was scale. I'm like, that thing's nuts.
Tori's a size queen.
I don't know if you've seen it, but the fucking Hot Toys 89 Batmobile is amazing.
Oh, the Ford Futura? That's what it is. Sorry.
No. I didn't say the 66. I said the 89 Batmobile.
Yeah, it's called the Ford Futura. Wait, 89?
Yes.
1989 Tim Burton Batmobile.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I was thinking of the old one. Listen, I'm messaging Will right now about the Ecto. Sorry.
But the Batmobile, the 89 Batmobile from Hot Toys is amazing, as well as the Tumbler from Batman Begins.
Did they also do a DeLorean too in the scale?
They did. They did two of them. They did the first DeLorean and the second DeLorean.
So Toy Show Jeff has one of the DeLoreans that he gets the hood signed by all the characters, which is a smart move, truthfully.
So he gets like the actors to do it. So you see like Christopher Lloyd and like Squiggles and something else. Yeah, okay, cool.
So I messaged Will and I said, hey man, you still have the Blitzway Ecto? And he replied back, he goes, yep, got both. And I'm like, both? I don't know what he means, but I'm going to, I will definitely ask him and see what he is referring to as far as got both.
Cycle's like, if it's a one in better condition, I'd pay for that too.
But and by the way, it was a Lincoln, not a Ford.
Same thing.
I mean, yeah, but it was a Lincoln, not a Ford.
Oh shit! So he has the Ford Futura is from the '60s Batman. That's why I said that.
Well, yeah, but it was a Lincoln Futura, not a Ford Futura. They're owned by the same company, but it was branded Lincoln. Ford never made one.
Psycho.
Hey, look, this is for you.
Okay. I know cars, so you're reading Google. So Lincoln and Ford are the same company.
They are, but it wasn't branded. It wasn't branded Ford. It was branded Lincoln. They are the same thing. You're right. They were owned by the same company.
So, if you guys want to hear this, you can hear it. So he has the original one that we saw Wheezy at the show.
Uh-huh.
He also has the Afterlife. The Afterlife is new in the box.
What does he want for him?
I'm asking him.
The Afterlife one, I just don't like the way it looks. All the rust and all the other shit on it.
But it's got the gunner seat.
So here's what I told him. I said, here's what I'm going to say before I press send. I said, what are the prices? The OG should be a giveaway at this point, man, not to insult. Because it really should, based on what we saw. He's got to get rid of the stuff before he moves.
So just hope he's not like watching the cast. He's like, this motherfucker talking shit.
Hey, well, you can join if you want. I'm just telling you. Listen, if he told me, give me $1,500 for both, I'd stroke him a check tomorrow. And by check, I mean I would just cash app him.
And by cash app, he means...
Because I've got $30,000 in credit card debt. When they call, I tell them I can't pay it back yet.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, shit.
I don't. I just like to be funny. No, I would. I would just pay him cash and be fucking.
There's a lot of truth said in jest.
I'm not saying I don't have debt. It's just controlled. I know what I'm doing.
Says the man trying to
I've lost control of my life.
who cries in his beer at night.
Your shit in my vodka, and it's called passing out. It's not the same. It's called tasting, and it's fuck, damn it, I messed it up. That's what Randy says. Randy's like, it's called sampling, and it's classy.
Oh shit.
I'll wait for him to respond. But anyway, yeah, he's selling all his Hot Toys. Psycho. I am trying to find out if he has any Spider-Man, because he is, if whatever you don't want, I would. So he's selling through a lot of that. I did look for Hot Toys at Toylanta.
I know.
Unfortunately, the prices were too high, man. They just didn't make sense. They didn't make sense for me, much less you. It just did not make sense at all. So anyway, I'll touch base with him and get a better idea. It's almost time for us to wind out here.
So Toylanta, I brought it to Psycho last week because you guys had a good time, and you know, I asked you guys to look out for some things for me, and you guys were too busy. You know, Johnny said, like, oh, there was no aliens at Toylanta. Okay. So Tuesday nights, we do our lovely cast, right? We have a great time. But against us, that don't know they're actually against us, but is the Yes Have Some guys with their Toy Anxiety podcast, where they're doing cryptoids, right? Well, one of their hosts, Jacob, he was there, and he came back and showed off his haul. And guess what he had? Alien stuff, classic Alien Kenner stuff. Some of the shit that I asked you guys to look out for me. So he said he bought it the third day. So you motherfuckers missed my shit.
Who wants to make an offer on the Ecto One?
What did he say?
The Afterlife. Afterlife is 1900 to 2000.
What about the regular one though?
So should I offer 2000 for both?
I mean, if the Afterlife has never been opened, you will probably get. I mean, let me check eBay real quick. Yeah, obviously the sold listings.
But yeah, so yeah. Oh, there was no aliens there, fucking liars. They were there. You guys didn't look for me. Communists.
Let's see.
His lack of response speaks words.
I'm texting.
I hope Johnny's watching this too. I know his secret. Fuckers.
Yeah, I mean, there's only.
If I said, how about this? I go, I hate to see the thing sit, but the Ecto One being damaged and missing pieces, I was going to say I'd offer 400.
Well, I will tell you that there haven't been any Afterlife Ecto One sold recently, because the only two that came up were both the 84, and one of them sold brand new for $2,300, never out of the box, and the other one sold for $1,800, and it's been on display but not damaged of any kind.
So I would say 2 G's for both of them would be fair.
Hold on, Weez. He goes, to be honest, it's been almost a year since I've been through my hot toy bin. I have over 40. Yeah. Looking for Spider-Man.
Yeah, and if he's got Batman stuff, there are a couple Batman figures I would be interested in.
I was about to tell you to shut the fuck up.
I just told myself offer 400 on the Ecto. He wanted it he told me 8. It's damaged. You're trying to get rid of it. Come on, man. I'll take it for 4. I don't want it. I don't need it. But for $400, I'd fucking take it, and I just sell it to Psycho for the same amount.
Well, no. Don't give Psycho that deal. Sell the Psycho for 5. Make some money for yourself.
No, I would just do it if Psycho wanted to.
Because Psycho's going to make you deliver it to him.
No, I'm going to make Chris deliver it.
You kiss my ass.
It's not damaged. It's my new. It's new. My wife knocked off the top part. No, but the side had smeared.
And there's scratches. We saw the thing in person.
Paint and scratches.
We saw it at the show.
I saw at the last show.
Well, nobody bought it.
Just his wife knocked it off.
He said it was
missing.
Like
if your wife knocked it off, that doesn't mean it's destroyed. Where is it?
Yeah, exactly.
At last, he told me 800. If he's got the top, I'll give him 800 for it. Even with the damage on the side, $800, I'd fucking take it.
Yeah, because you just put it against the wall, put that side towards the wall. You never have to look at it. You'll be all right.
Right. It's like Corinne. I turn it to one side, I push her against the wall. It's fine.
Yeah,
God damn it.
that's it. That's how you control it these days. So,
all right, I'll let you guys know what he says, but it's probably time for us to call this. It is 10 o'clock, so we got to start getting better about 1 hour. We trail too much.
I thought that was the purpose of going to 8 o'clock because we're going to 2 hours now. I'm confused.
Well, it's not even drinks and toys anymore. It's not Collector's Hideout. It's just middle-aged guys getting lost in conversation.
Which is good.
That's all it is. Oh, what is Thursday?
Isn't it
It's a wild card.
wild card? Yeah.
Wild card.
Oh,
And I'm most likely going to be late because we have an HOA meeting.
Surf Ninjas.
Fuck Surf Ninjas.
Psycho.
Listen, I want to watch the movie, but I respect Chris's opinion on watching it.
Okay, how about this? How about like
ruin the nostalgia?
how about Naked Gun?
First of all, Tony, where have you been? We do one watches episode a month. Like
Dracula Dead and Loving It.
one a month.
Not Surf Ninjas.
Okay. One
Young
a month.
Frankenstein? Damn it.
I'm confused.
Spaceballs.
Like we just did a watches episode last week. God damn it.
Blazing
Tony's like, it's
Saddles?
April now. It's a different month. No, Tony.
All right.
We haven't chosen what the next movie is, but that will be in a few weeks. We'll do
Oh,
that.
I got another response. Hold on. Paint. If there's a scratch, it happened at the show or moving around, bro. Still new.
Ask
What are
him
you
if it's missing the roof rack.
Yeah, like is the roof rack broken or is it like intact? Because he didn't have it at the show. I could have sworn he said it was broken. That's why he didn't have it.
But he's saying it's still new, so that means it's not.
I said, what are you asking? You said the roof rack was gone. I am so lost. I'll let you guys know what I come up with. But I'll work on it, Psycho. If something you want, I'll work on it for you. If it doesn't come in the price range, it makes sense for you because I know what you want to spend. If it's good enough, I might just buy it just to grab it and sit on it and go from there.
Yeah, I mean, you'll make money off of it, that's for sure. As long as
yeah.
it's pieces. So,
So see, the trick is this: is that if you don't want to buy a Psycho, and Tony says, "Oh, I'll just buy it and sit on it," he'll sit on it for a while, and then he won't sell it, and then he'll sell it to you for a lower price already. So, or Tim will win it at our Christmas raffle, one or the other.
All right, guys. Have a good night. Thank you, everybody, for coming out. We had a great time.
Wild card.
Psycho, Wheezy. We did not have Johnny. We wish him the best. He knows he's recovering. Oh. Truff? Meow, meow. At least it's not your butt. Or Ravens, but in any case, as always, in the true Shellhead podcast fashion.
God damn it! I can't hit the stop button fast enough. God damn it!
I can't even say fashion, but in the true Shellhead podcast fashion of drinks and toys, we like to say no capes.
No, we don't. We don't say that at all.
I like to say that. No capes. No capes.
I
No
love
capes.
how he says we, but he's the only one that says it.